Lesson 8. Birth. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma akhrijna min zulumatil wahm wa akrimna binuril fahm. Allahumma aftah alayna abwaba rahmatik wanshur alayna khazaina ulumik birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Welcome to Lesson 8, Birth of Module 1, Pre-Prophetic Period of the course on Siratun Nabi. In the previous lesson about Abdullah, we have learned that Abdullah was one of the 12 sons of Abdul Muttalib, who was about to be sacrificed by his father in fulfillment of a vow or nadhr. Only a few months after marrying Amina, Abdullah fell ill in Yathrib on his way from a trade caravan in Syria and died and buried there. The Holy Prophet was born in such a family on November 12th of Rabiul Awal, or Friday 17th of Rabiul Awal, first year of Amul Fil, corresponding to 570 Common Era, to bring the message of God to the world. Thus, the prayer of Ibrahim alayhi salam while constructing the Kaaba was granted. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. ربنا وابعث فيهم رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياتك ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة ويزكيهم إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم. O Lord, and raise a messenger from among them who shall recite to them thine verses and teach them the book and the wisdom and purify them. Indeed, thou art the wise, the mighty, the wise. Qur'an chapter 2 verse 1 to 9. And it was also the fulfillment of the glad tidings of Isa al-Masih, Isa bin Maryam alayhi salam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wa idh qala Isa bin Maryam ya bani Israila inni rasulullahi ilaykum مصدقا لما بين يدي من التوراة ومبشرا برسول يأتي من بعد اسمه أحمد. O children of Israel, surely I am the messenger of Allah to you, verifying that which is before me of the Torah and giving the good news of a messenger who will come after me, whose name will be Ahmad. Quran chapter 61 verse 6. Abdullah, father of the Prophet, died a few months before or 2 months after his birth, and his grandfather Abdul Muttalib took over the care and upbringing of the child. After a few months, according to the age-long customs of the Arabs, the child was entrusted to a Bedouin woman, Halima by name, of the tribe of Bani Sa'd, for his upbringing. We call her Halima to Sa'diyah, or Halima from the tribe of Sa'd. When he was only 6 years old, he lost his mother as well. So the doubly orphan child was brought up by Abdul Muttalib by the most tender care. It was the will of God that the prophet to be should undergo all the sufferings, pains and privations incidental to human life, in order that he might learn to bear them with becoming fortitude and raise his stature in human perfection. Not 2 years had passed before Abdul Muttalib himself also expired. Abdul Muttalib died at a ripe age of 82, leaving the care and custody of the orphan Muhammad to Abu Talib. Abu Talib and his wife Fatima bintul Asad loved Muhammad more than their own children. As the Holy Prophet himself said, Fatima bintul Asad was his mother who kept his own children waiting while she fed the Holy Prophet, kept his own children cold while she gave him warm clothes. Abu Talib also always kept the child with him day and night. Abu Talib had succeeded his father Abdul Muttalib in Siqaya and Rifada in the feeding and giving water to the pilgrims, and was an active participant in the trade caravans. When the Holy Prophet was 12 years old, Abu Talib bade farewell to his family to go to Syria. But the child clung to him and cried. So Abu Talib was so moved that he took the child with him. When the caravan reached Busra in Syria, they, as usual, stayed near the monastery of a monk called Buhayra or Bahira. It is not possible to give here the full account of that visit. It is sufficient, however, to say that the monk, seeing some of the signs which he knew from the old books, was convinced that the orphan child was the last prophet to be. To make sure, he started a conversation with him and at one point said, "I give you oath of Lat and Uzza to tell me." The child cried out, "Don't take the names of Lat and Uzza before me. I hate them." Buhayra was now convinced. He advised Abu Talib not to proceed to Damascus, because if the Jews found out what I have seen, I am afraid they will try to harm him. For sure, this child is to have a great eminence. Abu Talib, acting on this advice, sold all his merchandise for cheap prices right there and there, returning at once to Mecca. So, in the next lesson, we will deal with the sacrilegious war or Harbul Fijar and the League of the Virtuous or Hilful Fudul. For more similar lessons, subscribe to Wayfaring with Mansoor channel. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.